Good evening, St Helens. Welcome to the next chapter of Mr. Chappell's and Mr. Spen's story time. And over the last couple of days, we've been reading the Giraffe, the Pelly, and me. And if you remember, yesterday we got to the part where the giraffe's neck was getting longer and longer and longer, and higher and higher and higher. So I wonder what will happen next in our story. So let's see what will happen. So sit comfortably and get ready for the next part of our story. It grew higher, higher, and higher, until at last the giraffe's head, with the monkey on top of it, was level with the windows on the top floor. The giraffe looked down from her great height and said to the Duke, "How's that?" The Duke was speechless. So was I. It was the most magical thing I'd ever seen. More magical even than the pelican's patented beak. Up above us, the giraffe was beginning to sing a little song, but she sang so softly I could hardly catch the words. I think it went something like this. My neck can stretch terribly high, much higher than eagles can fly. If I ventured to show just how high it would go, you lose sight of my head in the sky. So it neck can get bigger and bigger. The pelican, with its huge beak full of water, flew up and perched on one of the top floor windowsills near the monkey. And now the great window cleaning business really begun. The speed with which the team worked was astonishing. As soon as one window was done, the other window was done. The giraffe moved the monkey over to the next one, and the pelican followed. When all the fourth floor windows on the side of the house were finished, the giraffe simply drew in her magical neck until the monkey was level with the third floor window again. "Amazing!" cried the Duke. "Astonishing! Remarkable! Incredible! I haven't seen out of any of my windows for 40 years. Now I shall be able to sit indoors and enjoy the view." Suddenly, I saw all three of the window cleaners stop dead in their tracks. They seemed to freeze against the wall of the house. None of them moved. "What's happened to them?" said the Duke. "What's gone wrong?" "I don't know," I answered. Then the giraffe, with the monkey on her head, tiptoed very slowly, gingerly away from the house and came towards us. The pelican flew with them. The giraffe came very close to the Duke and whispered, "Your Grace, there is a man in one of the bedrooms on the third floor. He is opening all the drawers and taking things out. He's got a pistol." The Duke jumped about, a foot in the air. "Which room?" he snapped. "Show me at once." "It's the one on the third floor, where the window is wide open," the giraffe whispered. "By gad," cried the Duke, "that's the Duchess's bedroom. He's after her jewels. Call the police. Summon the army. Bring up the cannon. Charge with the light brigade." But even as he spoke, the pelican was flying up in the air. As he flew, he turned himself upside down and tipped the window cleaning water out of his beak. Then I saw the top half of that marvelous painted beak sliding out of his head, ready for action. "What's that crazy bird up to?" cried the Duke. "Wait and see," said the monkey. "Hold your breath, old man. Hold your nose. Hold your horses and watch the Pelly go." Like a bullet, the pelican flew in through the open window, and 5 seconds later, out he came with his great big orange beak firmly closed. He landed on the lawn beside the Duke. A tremendous banging noise was coming from inside the pelican's beak. It sounded as though someone was using a sledgehammer against it from inside. "He's got him!" cried the monkey. "Pelly's got the burglar in his beak." "Well done, sir," shouted the Duke. hopping about with excitement. Suddenly, he pulled the handle of his walking stick up towards and out of the hollow of the inside of the stick. He drew a long, thin, sharp, shining sword. "I'll run right through him," he said. "Open him up, Pelican. Let me get at him," he shouted, flourishing the sword like a fencer. "I'll spike him like a pat of butter. I'll feed his gizzards to my foxhounds." But the pelican did not open his beak. He kept it firmly shut and closed and shook his head at the Duke. The giraffe shouted, "The burglar's armed with a pistol, Your Grace. If Pelly lets him out now, he'll shoot all of us." "He can be armed with a machine gun for all I care," bellowed the Duke, his massive moustache bristling like a brushwood. "I'll handle the blighter. Open up! Open up!" Wonder what's going to happen next. What's going to happen? Do you think he's going to open up? Do you think the pelican's going to open up the beak? What will happen to the burglar? What will the Duke do? And that's the magic of stories, isn't it? Always getting you wondering what's going to happen next. So join us again tomorrow. Join myself or Mr. Spence for our story time tomorrow to find out what happens to the burglar. Have a great, great day. Take care. Bye-bye.